Hello there, everybody. Thanks for sharing your time with me today. If you have watched a couple videos before, I have been gone for a couple of months, just life and everything. We are a family of six living in Texas. So I have four kids. It's myself and then my husband. So life can get a little hectic, especially with holidays, and we did some traveling for that. So I feel we're just now coming back and settling in back into our own house. But where to catch up with budgeting? I think I'll show everything, or I'll like our whole new story in these next couple of videos. Yeah. So I first wanted to, since I'm kind of restarting our budget, I wanted to show kind of like the basic first step of what you should be doing for your budgeting journey. And hey, don't do that. And if you want to be on top of your money and everything. If somebody is new here, I have two toddlers at home, so that is all of those noises. Okay, but take Barbie over there. Okay. So I guess this first step is making sure you know where all your bills are and when your money is being deposited. So our pay schedule is a little different, but I typically budget weekly and monthly. Okay, so I think the first thing that you really need is a calendar, a notebook, and then I suggest a couple different colored pens. I have black and blue and a pencil. Sticky notes as well, just because, like, extra notes or whatever, just in case. But that's honestly all you need, and then access to all your accounts where your money gets deposited from to. This is super hard. And then all the accounts that you use. So if you have multiple credit cards and whatever else you have going on. But so let's just start over here, I suppose. Write down all of your bills. So maybe I'll make a little list of bills and everything, that just so you don't forget. I feel like you always forget something, but so I have all of my bills listed out here. So I have, housing. So our house, our mortgage bill, our electricity is down here, our water, internet. Yeah, so stuff like that. And then like our phones, like Spotify, so little bills like that. And then debt repayments, all of our credit cards. We have a loan. And yeah, so all of those kind of bills that you have dates for that are absolutely due, like you have to pay those things, I write on here, on my calendar, on the due dates. And then I also write, I know it kind of seems like a no-brainer, but I have to still write it. I write my food or my grocery money. So that's usually starts every Monday, kind of. I write weekend money, so like spending money for the weekend, gas for our cars. I do have lunch over here on Sundays to remind me to refill my kids' accounts at school. Oh God. And I think those are like the only weekend bills or week bills that I have. Yes. And then I also have spending categories, which are like categories that we normally spend, or we normally buy or spend on. And I was trying to do this as a sinking fund. And if you're like a beginner, don't know what sinking funds are, I am not the person. I'm not the person to explain it. I tried sinking funds for such a long time. It just does not make sense for me in my brain at that time. So it's something I've been trying to do, but I just have not successfully done it. But essentially, they're like little saving funds for something big. So like we just had Christmas or the holidays or the end of the year, New Year, that whole time. You know that you spend money, or you know you vacation or whatever. So you'll be saving money each month to be ready for next year's. So that's kind of how I think of sinking funds. These are, well, some of these are they're spending categories is what I call them. And it's just categories that we always spend on. It probably should be in my budget, but I just have split it up this way, which now that I think about it, I should just write it on my budget. But I think what has happened, I don't have anything written out. What has happened is I don't have enough space on a page to track gas usage, weekend money, groceries, and then other categories. So I don't know about that part, but anyways, extra spending categories. So we have dogs, so we buy food. I want to start putting money away for their vet visits because that's always really expensive. So that is like a sinking fund, because I could put away like $10 a month or whatever towards the vet visits. But the dog food, I know that I'm going to buy every single month, so it is on here. We have 2 toddler girls, we have 2 teenage boys, and they all, like the girls have, like they still need stuff. They're still diapers, formulas, that kind of stuff. And the boys just have extra spending money for anything that comes up for them. And then I have spending money for myself and my husband, because it's just, for us, that's just realistic. And then home supplies, so like anything like napkins, cleaning supplies, that kind of stuff. And then health. I also have these, I kind of broken them down a little bit more. Yeah. House and car maintenance. They are important and I should be saving for them. But they're not my first priority. Like these are things I spend on routinely, monthly. And this is stuff, you know, that's usually every 3 months or whatever for your oil change. Our house has needed some AC tinkering. So yeah, I just made that category. This next kind of category, I guess, I have trips and travel, birthdays and holidays. These are important, and like trips and travel is a main thing that we're going to try to save for, because our ideal goal is to travel home once a year. And after this last trip, we've decided that maybe our next trip will be renting our own home and maybe staying a little longer. So that means it's going to cost more. So this is kind of like a top priority, but it's just where it fell. Birthdays. When I say birthdays, I usually just mean like our family unit. I have 4 kids now. You know, before the birthday guideline or rule or whatever, everybody got $200 for their birthdays. So with 4 kids, that's $800 a year, and their birthdays are not very spread out anymore. So I don't know, it's not as important because our older boys are okay with like doing dinner or literally you know, like $100 to get something that they really want. And then our girls are just so young. Like our oldest will be turning 4 way later this year. So they don't still really know what's going on, but that's that category. Holidays is for like all of the holidays. We're not big holiday people, but it's for all of the holidays, the order that it fell. So date nights, currently we are not taking any date nights, not even family dates right now, but I do want to get back into that, so we'll see. I have noticed that I needed to make a kids extra fund. So, especially when they're doing activities and stuff. So if I had at least a little bit of money in here, it wouldn't be a big shock. Yeah, so gifting is for gifts outside of our family unit. And then obviously we do have retirement, which our initial goal was to start heavy focusing on that this year, 2025. But I don't think that's going to be the case. If anybody is kind of like more interested, we are in our mid 30s. We just restarted our another mortgage, a new mortgage 2 years ago. And we just work regular jobs. And like I said, we have the 4 kids now, so we have a lot of dependents and little lives that we are flipping the bill for. So if anybody's a little bit more interested on retirement in that, let me know, because I do want to get into that, especially, I guess I shouldn't worry about it, but I do, because I do want to retire early, like 55. So that's like 15 years, and we have 0 in retirement. So, and we're lots in debt. So yeah. And then obviously our emergency fund or 1 month ahead fund, I do want to do that. I eventually want to grow this to like a year's worth of expenses. But as you'll see, when we go through all the totals, I don't even know how to do that. So I guess in the beginning, all of this might take you a little bit, especially if you're brand new. I would just try to keep it really simple. Open up all of your accounts, right, from where you do your normal spending or where your bills come out of, and just write all of your bills that you have to pay. Like, if it does not get paid, it's a major ding. If it does not get paid, it gets cut off. If it does not get paid, you're getting kicked out. List all of those, right? List what you paid last time, right? It's always good to go back a couple of months of data, but if you want to just do it December or November, that's fine. Write what you paid that last month. So this is going to be what you're budgeting. You can write the date that it comes out, just so you have like a quick glance sheet, and that's what I was trying to do, but I didn't end up finishing. And then write out, and this is how I do my budgeting. I'm not saying this is the best way, or I'm not saying that you should do this way or anything, but some of the keys or the tidbits in it and the way I do it is essential. Like knowing your bills, knowing when you get paid, knowing where your money goes. So you don't have to do it this exact way, but you do need to know these things. So I also write out my weekly bills, like I said. So groceries, lunch money for the kids for school, gas for the cars, which we do weekly, and then any weekend spending money. Your categories are obviously going to look a lot different, so it's fine. If anybody has any questions, you can definitely put it in the comments below and we'll chat. So yeah, definitely ask. There's no shame in asking anything. And then, like I said, your other categories here. So what I am going to do is actually fill out the rest of this so we can go over the totals, and then we can talk from there. Okay. I don't think I'm going to fill out these categories because I don't think I'm going to write out these categories because, as you'll see as my budgeting goes, we are really underwater. So all of these other things are kind of, they come out if we have extra funds. Okay. Okay. So now that all of those are totaled out, we can go over what everything is. So this is what I call our house bills, our monthly bills, everything that has a date that has to be paid. So that for us equals $6,660. So that is our mortgage, our Capital One credit card, Ziply internet. There is, I think there's 3 pest charges that are monthly. It's like an ongoing service thing. So we have those. Insurance for our cars and home, our water service, our phone service. Oh, there's the other pest. We do have a loan for some renovations. That's $556 a month. That's crazy. And then we have a high Amex and Amazon credit card. We have the gym, Spotify. We have a Chase credit card. This is our auto savings for between our checking and our savings account. This is Netflix for us, our Citi credit card, our Discover credit card, our Target credit card. Oh my gosh. Internet for the house, electric for our house, On Point credit card, and we do have a, yes, thank you. And we do have a car payment. So those are all things that I consider our house bills. They have to get paid no matter what, usually. So yeah, so that's $666 and $60, whatever. And then here is our, what I call our weekly bills. Yes. Yeah. So that's like grocery, like I've said, or okay, so our weekly bills is grocery money, school lunch money, gas for our cars, and weekend spending money. So a month, that is $2,400 that we spend, or we have budgeted. Our other spending categories, I'll just say, so our spendings, and that was the girls, the dogs, our boys, myself and my husband, home supplies and health. That comes to a total of $1,028. And so if I total those 3 amounts up, that gives us a total of $10,088. So that is our expenses per the month. But that also doesn't include like all of these in case, you know, if we need to do an oil change or something happens or anything that's going on a credit card. That is a whole nother story because we don't have any credit cards right now. So right now we are in the hoping and praying nothing big comes up because I really don't know what we're going to do. But that is definitely another topic. You can watch those videos later. Right now we're just setting up your budget. So yes, the number can look scary, but I break it up weekly so everything gets covered in an odd way. So don't be scared of the additional numbers. Don't be scared of how many categories you have throughout your budgeting journey. You'll cut things out. Some things in your current, era don't make sense. You're going to pay things off, so it just kind of, don't worry. Finances is always a thing. So this is just the general overview of kind of getting yourself ready. I'm so sorry I'm all over the place and have extra little noises. This is not my best. Maybe this isn't the best angle or lighting either. Yeah, well, I don't know, but it is my first video back after a couple of months. And we are taking 2025 to kind of restart and do everything brand new. So yeah, thanks for spending some of your time with me today and going over it. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to put them in the comments. One of us financial community people will get to it. And yeah, stay tuned for, I'm hoping, a bunch of my new videos to come out. I'm hoping to, do quite a bit and share quite a bit, and just in hopes that it helps anybody on their budgeting journey or their getting out of debt journey, or really just how to manage or track your expenses. With a bigger family, there's a lot more going on sometimes. So, yeah. So thanks so much. And I will see you guys in the next one very, very soon. Bye-bye.